Have you ever seen a senator burglarizing her stepmother in the middle of the night, getting caught in the act, then arrested, then losing her position while facing felony burglary charges? Well, you're about to.
On April 22, 2024, Becker County Police Department in Minnesota received a 911 call reporting an active break-in. Little did they know, they would soon find out the suspect is an elected senator for the state of Minnesota.
When I read the title from Midwest Safety, I immediately pictured Senator Armstrong from Metal Gear Rising. Half expected to click into this video and get the monologue. Nanomachine's son. Played college ball, you know. Could've gone pro if I didn't burglarize my stepmother. But it turns out that's not the case.
Becker County 911.
Somebody just broke into my house.
Oh,
They just ran down into my basement.
Did you get a look at him at all?
No, it was completely dark. I tripped over him. He was on the floor next to my bed. He ran downstairs into my basement.
Okay.
Spoiler alert, the burglar is a senator named Nicole Mitchell. Well, now former Senator Nicole Mitchell. And she, I think, holds the title of the most incompetent burglar in human history. This is some shit out of Home Alone. This is the not-so-wet bandit here. I don't know what the thought process was. So apparently she was, like, hiding under or near her stepmother's bed, and her stepmother tripped over her, which is how she was alerted to her presence. And then she just, like, fucking pitter-patters her way to the basement to try and flee. So then the stepmother's like, what the fuck? What in tarnation? Calls the police, and she's like more confused than anything. Like, yeah, there's a burglar here. I tripped over him. He was like under my bed. I don't know if it was like a panty raid or what, but like they were under my bed, so I tripped over him. Would really love if you came and arrested them. They ran into my basement, I think.
I have a little steak knife in my hand right now.
Steak knife? Okay. All right.
I don't know where they could have. I don't see any,
She's clearly very frightened, like anyone would be in this situation. She's grabbed a steak knife to protect herself if things go south. I imagine she'd bust out some fucking Leon S. Kennedy level moves if, you know, the situation called for it. But luckily the police got there in a pretty timely fashion, it seems, because when they arrive, the burglar is still there.
Police department! Make yourself known! 37 Becker got a little motion underneath the stairs in the house. Sounds like he's trying to get outside of the back to the north of the house.
Get on the ground.
Okay. Carol?
Yeah?
It's Nicole.
It's Nicole?
I was just trying to get a couple of my dad's things because he wouldn't talk to me anymore.
So they got her, and then the big reveal, the huge plot twist. She calls her stepmother by name, and the stepmother is shocked that it's her stepdaughter, Nicole. And she tries to explain that she was just there to get a few of her dad's things. Now that story is going to change a lot over the course of this adventure, but make a note of this. She's there because she just wants to get some of her father's belongings. Which explains why she's in a cartoonish cat burglar outfit. It actually looks like she's going to a Halloween costume party, but couldn't think of any ideas, so stopped by Spirit Halloween and grabbed the cheapest burglar costume she could find for it. It is unbelievable how, like, cliche this outfit is. I am stunned to see a real burglary from someone dressed like this. I'm also shocked that she didn't just, like, bolt for the front door and run away. Instead, she trapped herself in the basement and just squatted there, literally just standing in the middle of the bathroom. I don't know if she tried to do like a Blair Witch staring at the wall or something, like, if I can't see them, they can't see me. I have no idea, but it was not the cleanest getaway. And speaking of clean, you need to clean yourself up using Cheeky Soap. And great news, we just introduced a new scent into the family here, Bahami Mami. It's a tropical scent. It is fantastic, you're going to love it, and you need to upgrade your hygiene. It's time, and this is the best way of doing it. Highly moisturizing body soap, best soap in the universe. Go to usecheeky.com and get some.
She also stole documents out of my house. She's my stepdaughter.
I didn't steal any documents. How did I steal documents?
Nicole, what's your last name?
Mitchell.
Stand up.
No one stole anything here, Carol. I don't have anything on me.
Take her out if you want to talk. You got anything on you?
No.
Yeah, what a nonsensical thought process, Carol. Obviously no one stole anything. What an outlandish thought to even cross your head. Why would you even get the idea that there could have been a burglary taking place here just because I'm in your house unannounced in the middle of the night, hiding under your bed, dressed like I'm about to go rob a bank. What? Does that mean all of a sudden I'm here stealing something? No.
Why was she squatting down next to my bed?
Who is this to you?
Pardon?
Who is this to you?
She's my stepdaughter.
Stepdaughter.
She's also a Minnesota senator.
A great question, Carol. Why was she squatting down next to your bed? The world may never know. The Lord has no idea.
She lives in the Twin Cities.
Unknown to the officer at the time, the suspect previously was a meteorologist for the Weather Channel and a local news anchor before being elected a senator.
She's a senator?
Yeah. Yeah, was.
Was or is currently?
She is, I meant after this.
Oh.
Her stepdaughter may have been a meteorologist predicting the weather, but Carol predicted the future here with this one, and she was right on the money. It is past tense. Nicole was a senator, but after this burglary, she is no longer and is facing some super serious charges.
My husband passed away, just her father. And the day after he died, her aunt came here, and they walked out with all these, it was Tuesday.
Okay.
They were walking out the door with all these forms, and I ran out the door. I said, "What are you guys doing?" Nancy said, "We're just trying to help you, just trying to figure out where you are financially."
No, it's a...
So here's where breadcrumbs start to connect a little bit. Carol mentions that Nicole is very close to one of her aunts, and after her husband passed away, they came and took some documents from this house while saying that they're just making sure she's doing everything, correct when it comes to finances. Which, that smells a little fishy. There's something stinky afoot there. And now all of a sudden Nicole is back unannounced in the middle of the night, dressed like a fucking thief class in an MMO.
My dad died last year. She's paranoid. Well, now she's really paranoid. But,
Has she done this before?
Not that, but she's insisted that my son should get nothing. She should get everything, all that stuff.
Where'd she come in at?
Get into my
You know?
I don't have a clue.
when everyone tried to help her right after the funeral,
She's not trying to help me. She's trying to get money.
she kept, I can show you my
Okay,
bank account.
well, let's go upstairs.
So this is Nicole Mitchell's strategy. This is her go-to play here to try and weasel her way out of the trouble she's in. The crux of her argument for why she's there is that her stepmother is paranoid, and she's been mentally declining, and she's senile, doesn't understand things, so she's, talking all crazy, all that paranoia. But Carol, I think, seems pretty sharp here in recognizing that Nicole is probably there for financial reasons again, because it seems like that's something that's happened in the past, granted not to this level. And Nicole just keeps harping on, no, she's just paranoid. As Nicole is literally dressed like a fucking burglar out of a Saturday morning cartoon in her house in the middle of the night looking to steal shit. I don't think that's paranoia. Paranoia indicates that there's some level of delusion or disconnect from reality. Carol is very grounded in reality. Nicole Mitchell is off in fucking goober space.
Yep, there it is.
That window?
Over there. Yep.
Okay. Is this her bag?
Must be. I don't know.
Yeah, stuck in the window.
I'm just hoping this mistake won't completely I know I did something bad. After the funeral, my aunts tried to help her. She thinks they stole from her when they were just trying to get her affairs in order.
Okay.
She has progressively cut off the family.
They find a backpack half pushed through the window. They eventually find 2 laptops in that bag, which coincidentally turns out Carol is missing 2 laptops. But we'll get to Nicole's excuse for that in a moment. She denies that the 2 laptops are Carol's. And now while talking to Nicole, she once again tries to harp on she's just unreasonable and she's just real out of it. She's gone loopy. She thinks everyone's out to get her, and so she's progressively cut off the family. Be honest with you, Nicole, I can see why she would progressively cut off the family here, considering one of the family members is breaking into her house in the middle of the fucking night, lying next to her bed doing a tabletop challenge or something. It makes sense. I don't think it's paranoia. I think she made the completely correct call in cutting off this part of the family here. And she mentions the aunts, something Carol also mentioned without the 2 of them even communicating, so it's pretty clear that there is something going on with the aunts and Nicole and the finances here that Carol has after the passing of her husband.
Okay.
But she's got Alzheimer's, and she's gotten, I know this doesn't help. This is just going to prove the point. But she's gotten paranoid and thinks we're all out to get her and won't let anyone in the house. I just wanted to get a couple of my dad's mementos, and that's all.
Okay. So what kind of mementos?
A couple pictures and maybe one of his shirts.
So she's saying that Carol has Alzheimer's and thinks everyone's out to get her, and thus she broke into her house to get some of her father's mementos. Nicole, it does seem like you're out to get her, and I'm inclined to believe other members of the family are too, considering you've conspired with them to take some documents from her house. It does seem like she's 100% in the right to think that there are some members of the family out to get her.
Hi.
What's your name?
Nicole.
Are those laptops in your backpack yours?
Yes?
Okay. She's saying she's missing 2 laptops.
I mean, I can show you one. It's got my kid's Minecraft game on it.
Okay. What's the other one for?
I have one for work.
Okay.
She has Alzheimer's. She's been misplacing things. I can show you texts going back months saying, you know, things are missing, this and that.
Okay. I'm just asking, so it's not a reason to break anybody's house.
No, that wasn't my intention.
Already.
She decided to bring 2 laptops with her in the backpack to a burglary? It's an interesting plan. Her strategy, it escapes me, but I'm not a galaxy brain, mega mind level intellect like Nicole Mitchell, clearly. But they then talk more to Carol, and they're asking about, what did she take previously, and she mentions that what her and her aunts took last time were a bunch of bank papers. The officers are asking, well, why would she be taking these things? How does this help her? And then she mentions that her husband didn't have an actual will. So the bank papers and all that she believes is for, inheritance stuff, financial kind of gain. Which makes a lot of sense. Significantly more sense than Nicole's story.
Okay, how come it has Carol's name on it?
It was one that she had given me
Okay.
way back when to use for the kids.
Well, she's missing 2 laptops, is what she said. So I'm taking this laptop. How about this one? Okay, that one's got your name on it. Okay. That one will stay with your property, but I am taking this one.
That's fine.
Did you try shoving that backpack out and it didn't go out?
I want to answer your questions.
So one of them had Carol's name on it, and the other does seem to be actually hers. The state of Minnesota laptop right there. So she did, I guess, bring a laptop to this. My guess being she wanted to take Carol's laptop and upload things from it to hers, perhaps? I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. But it is very clear that she had some bad intentions. I don't think it was just to get some of her father's mementos. And in fact, she completely drops that narrative, by the way. After this arrest, this is the only time she tries making that claim. She then must have consulted with a lawyer or something, fucking called Saul, but Saul was too busy on Fent or something, because then she completely changes this story and goes with the narrative that she was actually only there to check on her stepmother's well-being because she cared so much. She just loves her so much and wanted to make sure she was okay.
Which is a felony, as well as possession of burglary tools. Mitchell was a Minnesota state senator at the time of her arrest and refused to resign after the incident. She accused her mother-in-law of suffering from paranoia about break-ins and senility. She also refused the release of the body cam footage. After her arrest, she posted on social media changing her story that she claimed in the body cam footage. Instead of saying she was there to take possession of her father's mementos, her social media post claims she was there to simply check on her stepmother due to her health issues, and she startled her, essentially putting the blame on the stepmother's medical problems.
Now, I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on wellness checks here, but this seems like a really bad approach to checking on someone whom you believe to have declining mental health. To dress up like a burglar and then hide under their bed in the middle of the night unannounced, and then scaring the bejeebus out of them, then scurrying down to the basement while desperately trying to get through the window. I don't know, call me crazy, but it just doesn't really seem like the priority and the goal here with breaking into the house was just to make sure that your beloved stepmother was doing okay. I feel like if someone was wanting to check on me, they probably wouldn't bust into my fucking house in the middle of the night and hide under my bed, causing me to trip over them, still say nothing, by the way, and then just run away. I don't know. I wouldn't have that moment and be like, oh, thank God they checked on me. That wasn't a burglar. That was my best friend, no doubt, making sure that I'm doing okay. Ah, that's so sweet of them to stop by in their burglar costume in the middle of the night. What a crazy story to try and spin. There is no human being on the planet that would believe that. Like, her previous attempt with, like, getting her father's mementos, that makes sense if she had any of her father's mementos in her bag, which she didn't, apparently. So maybe that's why they tried this, because she couldn't, like, procure any of that. It clearly wasn't why she was there. So maybe the lawyer was like, if you try that, they're going to grill you on, well, why didn't you have the mementos? Whereas here, they can't tell you what you were actually there to do, I suppose. But you can definitely poke a hole in the logic of this. It makes no sense at all. She didn't check on Carol's health or anything. And if she was there to do that, why is she dressed like a burglar? Like, there are just so many obvious flaws with it. Though now I'm really playing with this thought experiment here, like how you'd possibly argue this. I guess maybe something you could squeak out is be like, oh, well, I thought Carol liked burglars. You know, some people really like clowns. You like clap at clowns, makes them laugh, makes them feel better. I thought Carol would feel better if I dressed like a burglar. I always thought she was a big fan of that get-up. I misunderstood, I'm sorry, but I really was there to check on her health. Like, I don't know, like, maybe you could try that?
This, however, doesn't line up with the fact that she was wearing the most cliché burglar outfit she possibly could have. She then put out a statement saying she has no intention of resigning from her seat in the Senate. However, in mid-July 2025, things took an unexpected turn for her.
New today, a Minnesota state senator found guilty of burglarizing her stepmother's home has officially resigned. She testified during her trial she was checking on her stepmom, not stealing from her. A jury disagreed, finding her guilty.
According to Midwest Safety, her sentencing is on the 10th, but she was found guilty of the burglary. I think we can say with confidence, probably one of the most unskilled burglars the video camera footage has ever captured. Like, this is Three Stooges level. So, yeah, that's really about it. So, yeah.